Moving on to the NFC West. Moving out of the West, we got the 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals here. Let's take a look at the big picture first. Probably a surprise to nobody that the 49ers are the odds-on favorite to win the division, minus 160. Then you got the Seahawks, second choice at plus 195. Then you got everyone else. This is going to be the widest spread between the top two and the bottom two, I would imagine.
That's over here hitting off the top,
in the NFL. Rams at plus 1,000 to win the division. Cardinals at plus 2,500. So it's a two-team race, and maybe some people would say just a one-team race with the 49ers, the class of the division.
Yeah, they're the class of I don't think it's a one-team race, though. Just like we see a lot of the times, they've been the class of the division, and what's that do? One team builds to go, we got to keep up with this group. We got to, they got good pass rushers. We better get some good tackles, right? So the Seahawks are a team that I think are going to challenge the 49ers in this division. I think the Seahawks are going to surprise some people. I do. Now, the 49ers, we know they're extremely talented. Their early part of their schedule is not killer, but it's not easy. It's, in the middle of the pack for me, I guess is what I'd say. Yeah, I think they're better than the Steelers week 1, but it's at Pittsburgh, and it's Mike Tomlin and that crew. That'll be scary, right? The division we talked about, the teams like Arizona and the Rams, they're total rebuild mode here. I'm going to go over with the 49ers.
Okay.
10.5 is a little low. I certainly, I understand where it's at 10.5. I think overall, just because of the schedule, the NFC West, they're playing the AFC North and the NFC East. That's brutal. That could be arguably the two best divisions in football, and they got to play them. So I understand the 10.5. But I think it's an 11-6, 12-5 year. That's how I kind of look at it, and I'm going to take the over.
Vegas thinks it's the over, too, because it's minus 145 if you want to bet the over, so you don't get a whole lot of return, even if you're right on that. Favored in every game except Week 13 at Philadelphia. That's going to be a good one.
Yes, it's going to be a great one. They got Dallas at Week 5. I believe we have that on Sunday Night Football. That'll be exciting. They got the Bengals 3 weeks after that, right? Like we said, the fact that they play the NFC East and the AFC North, you're going to get to see some Clash of the Titans type of football. Ravens 49ers at the end of the year on Christmas. What? There's not supposed to be killing on Christmas. There might be people getting killed in that game. That's going to be as physical as it gets.
Don't do it not on Christmas, right?
All right, fine.
Take a day off.
Okay.
Seahawks at 9.5. They were a 9-win team last year. Squeaked into the playoffs.
Yep.
The under is at minus 155.
Wow, so everyone's
Vegas,
thinking under, huh?
Vegas gives you that 9.5, and then they're like, but you better bet the under.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You've heard me. I like you, the Seahawks, okay? I like them a lot.
You're going anti-Vegas here?
I am going to go anti-Vegas. I am. I'm definitely going to go with the over. I'm going with the over. The first thing I think that jumps out to me is that in the first 6 games of the year, they're the more talented team on the field except for one of them. The Bengals are the only game I go, they're not going to be more talented than them in week 6, right? But I believe Rams, Lions, Panthers, Giants, and Cardinals, the other 5 games they got other than the Bengals there to start the year, I think they're more talented. I have no fear in saying that. I'm not saying it's by a long shot or whatever, but I think they're going to be better. And then I just look at, what they've done in the offseason, what they've done in the draft. I think they're a team. I think it's Geno Smith. There's no questions there. He's the guy. He's more comfortable, right? They'll be able to add to that offense. I do worry about Kenneth Walker's health. He's a game breaker. And like we talked about in our exercise 2 weeks ago, guys to watch, the tackles are still something to watch. But if they develop the way they expect them to, I just don't see the Seahawks having many matchups to where you go, ooh, they're going to have trouble in this area. They're not going to be able to stop this. They got some difference makers in the front 7 now. They got some big people. Jordan Brooks, I know he's not going to be totally healthy to start the year, but Bobby Wagner's in the middle to help him. If Jamal Adams can be healthy too, it can be one of the better secondaries in football with Jamal Adams, Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen, and then my guy who was a hater to me on Twitter, and Quandre Diggs, my Texas alumni friend, who got mad at me because I said something negative about Jalen Ramsey. So but they're ballers there.
Yeah.
And then I just am going to play the Pete Carroll psycho. They're going to be psychos, and they want it, and I'm going over.
And it wasn't that negative about Jalen Ramsey, too. You just said that maybe the best lockdown corner in the NFL would probably go higher for more than just a third-round pick, is all you said.
That's all I said.
That's all you said.
That's
just to defend you.
That's thank you. I mean, that's all. I mean, I'm just going to say no other top person at their position in the league would get traded for a third-round pick. That's where I would just have that conversation and go, do you think the Rams will give Aaron Donald away for a third-round pick this year? Oh, no, exactly. So there you go.
Except for Jonathan Taylor when he gets traded for a third-round pick here coming up. We'll see. TBD on that. So you're emphatic on the over for the Seahawks. So maybe you should put some money on that because it's plus 125.
So people aren't expecting it, huh?
I guess.
I wonder why. What are they not buying in on there? The schedule? The Geno can't do it again? What is it?
Maybe.
You think it's the Geno thing more than anything?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Pete, what would it be to you? Pete usually has a good feel
turn on your
microphone. Twitterverse or social media. Why would Vegas think that they're going to be under? What would be your gut feeling, Pete? Dim a little.
Pete is thinking. He says he thinks it's the Geno thing, not a Geno belief.
Right.
So, according to Pete.
Okay. All right. So he's got it. There it is.
And I guess maybe the defense doesn't have any standout names. Or just like. Outside of Jamal Adams, anyone that's super hyped up.
No, you're right. It's a lot of
and the defense was not good last year.
It's a lot of good. They need to stay healthy. That's a problem, right? We were talking a little bit off air the other day. Hey, they got Devin Bush at linebacker. That's a nice little addition.
Yeah.
Got Jaron Reed. Draymond Jones in the middle of their defensive line is going to change them. Uchenna Nwosu is very good on the edge. And Darrell Taylor, I'm not sure, out of Tennessee, year 4 or so. He was also a force off the edge last year. So I feel that, this is moving time, and here they go for Seattle.
All right, so over for the 49ers, over for the Seahawks. Rams, 5-win team last year. 6.5 is the over-under this year. 70% of the money so far is on the under for the Rams. I think the Rams are going to be pretty bad.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna. We don't have to split atoms on this one.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be like. I could sit here very easily. What I wrote in my notes, and again, you should be proud of me. My notes are here.
This is very good.
I'm trying to be coachable.
Digital Chris.
I'm trying to be Captain Planet all the way through here. Like, you got their schedule pulled up right now?
I don't, but we can.
All right, there it is. Look at that. Could you see the Rams being 0-5 to start the year?
At Seahawks, 49ers, at Bengals, at Colts, Eagles, for sure.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's not far-fetched.
No.
They're not better than the Seahawks, 49ers, Bengals, and Eagles. They're not actually better than the Colts. They're not. But they have a rookie quarterback, and maybe, you get lucky and they make some mistakes or whatever else. But I could certainly see that. So, yes, I'm going under with the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, I still think Matthew Stafford's damn good, but I got no faith in that O-line. I don't know what Cam Akers is going to be. Cooper Kupp's not totally healthy, right? They don't have anything. I know Tutu Atwell, there's been some buzz about him in camp and all of that. The secondary's got guys that a lot of people in the public wouldn't even know. There's just not a lot to look at to go, they're strong here. Ooh, they'll dominate teams with that. I don't know what it is other than McVay's coaching. I know he'll coach them tough. They're going to be tough and competitive and have the right game plans.
Right.
But that can only take you so far with where they are right now. They're in rebuild mode.
Yeah, even with that last year, although Stafford was hurt, but they're a 5-win team last year.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm the under there. One more team to talk about, the Cardinals. 4 wins last year. 4.5 is the over-under this year. Maybe a surprise to no one. They are the underdog in every single game this season.
Yeah, and I'm picking the under here too. I expect the Cardinals to have a top 3 or 4 pick in the draft next year. That's how I see it.
Or the top 3 and 4. I think
maybe
have
both,
a few of those
right?
picks.
And they have a ton of picks, right? They have the Texans pick, so You're right. They could have 2 in the top 5. I mean, which would be incredible. But, yeah, they've told us at the draft when we were hanging in the barn that it was about next year, right? We said that right away. They're making all these moves. It's really for next year. They got their tackle, and they were like, we needed a tackle. That's good. The hell with the rest of the season. Let's go to 2024, right? And, I don't see, many wins in their future.
Okay, so that is it. That is the NFC over-under. Bank it. Place all your bets.
Place it.
And if you lose, Chris will send you money because he feels bad.
Yo, thanks for watching, homies. I appreciate it. As always, the NFL season is right around the corner, so now it's your turn to hit subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. If you want to get all the training camp battles, preseason film review, playoff predictions, and much, much more, you know where to find it. It's right here, Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Please subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Peace out, homies. See you soon.